Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is SUNSfan. This is a patch video. Joining me is Brax, the one and only. How's it going, buddy? The destroyer of toilets, much like myself.
That's right. I like to hold that title.
You
I like
are
to think that it's made for me.
you are the one player that can give me a run my money. Not gonna lie, dude. So this is patch 7.03. Is that right?
Yep,
So
703.
okay, it's not super long, but I'm sure we'll hit about the hour mark. We'll see. So, have you done any of these before, Brax?
No, but I've watched Purge Gamers' excellent patch rundowns.
Okay. Do you think you can keep it under 2 hours?
He should.
He
They're
should.
way too long.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
he definitely should.
All right. Good to hear. Good to hear. What? I guess there's a lot of Dota Cinema people that may not know who the hell you are. So why don't you introduce yourself officially?
Okay, my name is Braxton. I like to play Dota, and I am here doing the patch rundown.
Great. All right. And what teams may have been on in the past that people may recognize you from?
I played at TI3 with LGD Int, TI4 with Navi US, and I've been recently eliminated from the Kiev Major on Team Fire.
Man, it was a heartbreaker with my boy TC, the lowest maintenance professional player of all time, if I do say so myself.
Yep.
Pretty godly, that guy. All right, so without further ado, let's begin this patch analysis by talking about the most important thing, which is the Arcana, the Blade Form Legacy update overall. Before I go on this tangent, Brax,
You're gonna flame the Arcana, aren't you?
I'm not gonna say. I want you to give your opinions on this Arcana. Of course, for people that don't know, this was voted in at TI 6, just edging out Wisp, but maybe there's a little wisp in here, I guess, right? Maybe that's kind of intended. What do you think of this Arcana?
So I think it looks pretty bad. I mean, that's
Okay,
just
good.
honest, right?
Yeah,
The
it's
uh, the
good.
theme's kind of cool. It's got like that Jade Dragon kind of theme or whatever
Hmm.
you want to call it. But in game, I just don't like the effects.
Have
It
you
just
seen it
looks so
actually in game, like in a game you've played,
yeah.
or
Moon played it in my games like twice yesterday. He just
Moon?
first picks it. Yeah, he wants to lose and he just first picks it instantly.
Okay.
But every time you like move, it sounds like Spirit Breaker. You know when he uses his empowering haste
Yeah,
and it's got
yeah.
like the lantern like clicking or whatever? He like makes that noise all the time when he moves around, and it's really
Just as a
annoying.
moving animation sound.
Yeah,
Huh. Okay. Fair enough. So you don't like it. But then,
yeah,
okay,
I
how
don't
into
like it.
cosmetics are you? Just to get an
Um,
idea.
okay, so I did sell all my cosmetics at some point because I like them though.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Whenever
Sounds
like
like.
some, whenever like some set comes out, if it's cheap, I'll like buy it or whatever.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so I'm actually going to go down a PR route here, Brax, believe it or not. My
Okay.
initial reaction was not good. I will say that. So before I go into that, I'm just going to preface it by saying I feel bad for Valve because the community, this is their fault. This is
It
their
is.
abomination. They voted in a hero that has so many good sets, including the Dotacinema one, of course. But regardless, like, I don't know what they could have done. The one thing I absolutely cannot stand is the color. It is so bad. It's
Okay.
essentially the PA Arcana. And a lot of the effect, like some of the effects, like the dragging of the sword on the ground, that's pretty cool. And then the imprint on the ground when you get like a couple kills is okay, other than the color, of course. But everything else, I feel like other sets just give you more bang for the buck. Like other than the Lena Arcana, this is probably my least favorite by far.
Okay. And I think that's fair. There's so many like really good sets for them already.
Yeah.
Like they all have the effects with the sword or whatever.
But I'm still gonna blame this one on the community, so fuck you guys. All right, so we're gonna move on. Have you tried the new Captain's Mode UI?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
There was like a picture or whatever on the patch notes. It looked okay.
Yeah, it looks. It's been a long time coming. I mean, I'm trying to think if they ever changed it from. Remember when just like TI1, the screen was very similar to what they've been using the last few years. For
Yeah.
this is of course for players picking. It's not for the spectators, but good to see. And then Jakiro model update. What are your thoughts?
Long overdue, kind of like Slardar.
Yeah.
But it'll make people play the hero like once or twice, and they're gonna think, "Shit, why am I playing this guy?" It's pretty bad.
Yeah, I feel like the cast animation is what really gets people. Just It's so
Yeah.
slow, methodical. But
You know, you can like walk up and click your dual breath on someone, and you're like, okay, this is gonna hit. And then he takes like 3 seconds, winding up his heads, and he just misses everything.
yeah, I get that a lot. I just say lag when that happens, but really it's just built-in lag of the hero. But with Slaughter, the remodel, it was a little bit different, right?
Yeah.
As opposed to this, it looks the same. It's just updated textures,
Right,
not
they
really a
just brush
model
it up.
update. Yeah, which that's fine. That's perfectly fine. We're going to see some new workshop items for that hero soon, I'm sure. All right, so let's get on to the gameplay update. So 7.03, first and foremost, added Monkey King to Captain's mode, which we'll see what they changed with the hero itself. But I think the most important nerf, I don't know if you missed this, Brax, but the FPS bug supposedly has been fixed for Monkey
Oh
King
my
ult.
God, that was like the whole reason to play him, right?
Yeah, you just
The big
drop the
team fight
FPS.
comes out,
But
ruin everyone's FPS.
other than the FPS shit, what do you think about this hero in competitive?
I think his stun is really good.
Do you
That skill
actually
I think
max his
is
stun?
amazing.
Do you max it
I
for? Do
think
you get his passive first?
I don't actually know. It probably depends on what role you play it as, right? Because I think his most popular role, at least in competitive, is going to be support.
Yeah, I agree. I think in pubs, whatever. Like
Right.
usually the one or the two, and then if it gets to late game, you just lose with Monkey King. But yeah, I agree. Like the four position roaming, I could see that for
Yeah.
sure.
Like that feels really strong, actually.
Yeah. All right, and of course we'll go over that hero again once we see the actual changes. But some more general changes: XP required to go from level 1 to level 6 has been increased. And XP required to go
Yeah.
to level 9 to 13 redistributed to be. I think it evens out over that time, right?
Yeah. Eventually, it evens out for the 9 to 13.
So what does this even mean? It's just
So it
harder to get
means
level
like
6.
yeah, it takes longer to get 6. From like 1 to 2, it'll probably be the most noticeable.
Mm.
You're playing Axe, Bat Rider in the jungle or whatever. You'll kill a big camp and you won't hit level 2.
Oh
That's pretty much
no.
what it means.
So the junglers. Oh, that's a real shame. Oh boy.
Yeah. I mean, none of the junglers really need level 2 to like have any difference from like 1 to 2, besides like Bat Rider, because he needs Napalm and Firefly or whatever.
Is that
And
true?
he's not even like a popular jungler.
I feel like there's a well, of course, in pubs you can jungle with any hero, Brax. I don't know if you're aware of
Right, right.
this, but
That is true.
there
Iron
is
Talon.
Iron Talon. Yes, level 1 Iron Talon with Legion Commander. Although there's no good level 2. You're right. It's mainly just the passive you want. Huh.
It's like all the same for almost every hero.
Hmm.
And I think you'll hit 3 at the same time, actually. Like with the same amount of camps, unless you get like really, really unlucky with some,
Hmm.
like double ogres or something stupid.
I see. Okay. AoE hero kill gold XP and bounties reduced by 10%. That's the secret meme, apparently.
Yeah,
Um,
they're actually memeing out of control. They've got 420 for Puck's gold amount, and they
yeah,
got 10%
they
for
do.
this.
They are meming. So
Rapier's going to be 322 next patch.
wait, how would it be 322?
The damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. Does this make how much of a difference does this make? The 10%.
I think it helps.
What do you mean it helps?
I think it helps with the game overall.
Oh.
Like there are more gold changes, down a little farther, but it's really hard for some teams to end the game. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
I know better than most. Yes.
yeah, like shrines, make it really hard to like dive into like tier 4s or whatever.
Hmm.
And I think it's really easy to come back in the game right now.
Yes, I completely agree.
Yeah, and it helps with that. So I think it's overall good for the game. 10%, not the biggest deal. I know it's a meme or whatever, but
Hmm.
you probably won't even feel it most of the time.
Okay. Tier 1 team bounty reduced by 40. Passive gold income reduced by 10%. So kind of in the same line of what you're talking about. So people aren't going to get. I mean, they're still going to be pretty farmed in comparison to the old patches, but not quite as much as the latest one.
Right.
Uh, so these ones are kind of weird. Reduced lane melee creep base gold bounties by 2. How much difference does that make? I feel like that's
There's
so
what?
negligible.
Yeah, it really is.
And
But
the
they're
same with
just
these
like
two.
they're hitting everything in like really small values, right? Passive gold, tower gold, lane creep gold.
Yeah.
It's just it doesn't like slow the game down that much. At the end of the game it's gonna be like a difference of like 1 or 2 creeps.
Yeah.
When someone has like 300 CS, it won't feel like anything, I feel
Mhm.
like, but I don't know. Just they don't like gold.
I have a feeling they might, if there aren't like huge changes based on these, which I doubt, they're probably just going to continue to do this patch by patch, just little by little, uh, nerfing that. but we'll see. Shrine's base HP regen reduced from 120 HP a second to 100. So it's just the HP, not the mana, which I find is a bigger
Right.
deal, actually.
But I feel like it's whatever. You're probably still gonna use a shrine and be full health. You
Wait,
know.
was mana the how much off the top of your head? Do you know how much mana it gives?
I think it was 40,
Okay, so it's
and
okay.
then it's scaled up right per level or whatever.
Wait, what do you mean it's scaled up?
The shrine's regen scaled with levels.
Really?
Yep. That's why at the end of the game it like full heals you.
I thought. Wait, how does it scale though? I don't understand.
It
I thought it was
scales
just a
with like
fixed.
your hero level, the regen.
Really?
I'm pretty sure it does. Let me check. I could be
You should
retarded here.
double check because I thought it was fixed, but I could be wrong. We'll continue as you look that up. All towers base armor reduced by 4. Towers now gain 2 armor per nearby enemy player within 1200 AoE. So if you have 2 people by the tower, it's essentially the same armor as before. And then more than 2, be a hard time killing that bad boy. And then tier 1 tower HP increased by 100. Did you find it?
Yeah, I found it. It's actually per minute. The health regen for HP goes up 2 a minute, and for mana it goes up 1 a minute.
Ah, okay. I did not know that. That's cool. So,
Yeah.
what do you think
So
about the tower changes here?
you know it's really weird. Now it has like an aura on it, and you can click on the tower, and it'll show you how many people are there.
I mean, that's
So
gonna be
you'll
fixed
know.
though, right?
It should. Yeah, it'll probably be fixed. But it's like people don't bother defending their towers sometimes, right? And it'll
That's
make it
true.
drop faster. But
Mhm.
the difference between like 4 armor, it goes from like what 30 to like 26 or something like that.
Mhm.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's like probably less than a second difference. It's like a 2% damage increase or something, and it already has like fortified armor, so
So
your damage on the tower.
are you trying to say Lich's 30 armor to buildings is shit?
No? Well, yeah, it is shit. Actually, I don't know. I've never seen it before.
I've never seen either. It just sounds horrible, but
It
at the
does,
same
but
time, it sounds amazing. I don't know.
maybe it'd be really good.
I mean, the heroes picked all the time, right? Must be good.
Yeah. I feel like we'll see it one day.
Well, I want to see like the Treant Protector, Ogre, Lich. Who else
Oh
abused
no.
changes tower? Well, Jakiro is kind of the opposite, but
That's
just
it,
the
isn't it?
tower buffing. Yeah, I think it's the 3 tower buffing heroes.
There was so much ogre in the qualifiers. Every time he bloodlusted the tower,
That's pretty
it
legit.
destroyed everything.
It is legit. Scan cooldown reduced by a minute. What do you think about this
Yep,
one?
Valve's trying to remind players that scan is in the game. Make sure you use it.
All right. I feel like pros use it very well, so that's kind of it's a
Yeah,
decent buff to them overall.
that's nice.
Ranked all pick. Who gives a shit? All right. Items. Battle Fury cleave damage increased by 5%. Okay. If you want to talk about something that's like super minor that I think is super minor, but you disagree with, please interject because I don't feel
Oh,
like
this is totally minor, man. There's like
okay.
2 heroes that buy this hero or buy this item in the game now.
Yeah. Blightstone no longer available in side shop. What the fuck? I love buying this thing in the side shop. Why would
Yeah,
they
it's
change
great.
this? You think it's great?
No, no, I mean the item is great.
Oh,
You
yes.
know.
All right.
I don't know. They're just like every patch they like sneak in these things to make like the offlane easier. You know. You've got like Blightstone no longer in the side shops. Weaver, he'd never like want to start with it, right? But he'd always buy it and kick your ass in the side shop.
All right. You played Han a bit.
Yeah.
Just a bit. And nice cat, by the way. What's the
Thank you.
cat's
She's
name?
very nice. Kitty.
That's not a very uh, unique name there.
No, it's not, but that's her name.
All right, fair enough. I mean, mine is Monkey, so I guess it's not far from the tree there. In Han, it wasn't exactly like this. How do you think the game would change if you could buy items? Like, just consider that all the shops are in the same location: secret shop, side shop, normal shop. But you could buy all items in the same shops. It doesn't matter where you are. How would that actually change the game? Would it make like a huge impact, or are we kind of overrating that?
I think it would make a huge impact. You'd have like safe laners like buying salves and stuff from the side shop. They'd have like full mana, full HP all the time.
Remember the outpost, right? Or did you quit before that?
I did play with the outpost.
Okay. Did you hate it?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. I thought it was like cool, and then I saw like these people using it against me, and then I hated it.
All right, you're just one of those. I see.
Yeah.
All right, Bloodthorn cooldown increased by 1 second.
All right.
Drum of Endurance recipe reduced by 125. Don't see this item as often anymore.
No, it's because the item sucks.
It still sucks with this.
Might suck less with this, but pretty much like the only hero that would buy it is like Bat Rider when he doesn't want to buy a blink.
All right, how about this, Brax? You build a drum, and you know how people just like run out of the charges right away, and technically you can recharge it for the recipe.
Uh-huh.
What if it was a free recharge?
I would buy it every game then.
Do you think it would be good for the game?
I think it would be like an imbalanced item that shouldn't be in the game because the charges
How?
are really good, man.
Okay.
It gives your team like 32 attack
But
speed and
575
some
is not
movement.
worth it, is what you're saying.
I don't know, because some games you go through the charges so quickly,
But have you
you
ever
know?
like rebought it? I've never seen anybody do that before.
I bought it once, but the game was already over. So I guess no.
Great example, thank you. All right, well, they could. That would
I mean, I
maybe
don't
that's
know.
something they're trying to do. Lower the recipe cost a bit every patch, and then maybe people start doing that.
And maybe someone will eventually buy it and say, hey, this is actually pretty good.
Yeah. All right. Daedalus critical strike damage increased by 5%. Oh my
Oh my
god.
god.
They really want people to buy this over Bloodthorn, don't they?
Yep.
Dragonlance agility reduced by 1. They've done this like 2 patches in a row, I think.
Yeah, it used to start at like 15, right? Now it's down to 12.
Yeah, something like that. Pretty sure Meepo still buys 3 of these.
Yep.
Okay, this one's
Nothing
interesting.
changes.
Yeah. Echo Saber no longer slows attack speed. So it slows, before it slows move speed and attack speed for 0.6 seconds, right?
Yeah, on each hit.
Yeah, on each hit. So now there's no, how big of a difference does this actually make?
Um,
I feel like
I mean,
none.
it's a good nerf, but it probably makes no difference. You know, nobody fights you when you hit him with Echo Saber. You're like Slark or something, right? For the
Yeah,
most part. They're running away.
that's true.
I think in very, very rare situations, you'll like notice a difference.
Okay. Helm of the Dominator reduced all stats modifier from +4 to +2. Recipe cost increased by 75. This item definitely needed a nerf.
Yeah, this item is really strong. But it's like every patch, the changes they make to it kind of like makes you not want to buy it on your core. You know, it's
Mm,
like slowly transitioning into like a support item,
right. That maybe that
which
was the original design, and they're just
it
realizing
probably
that was too
was.
powerful or something.
But I don't know if that's good or bad. Maybe people will still buy it because, you know, having like a centaur run around with you at like 10 minutes in the game is still so strong.
Yeah. Recipe cost for the headdress has increased by 100. So overall, Helm of the Dominator is 175 more, right?
Okay, that's right, because it takes the headdress.
That's correct. But people are just buying these like on AM super early. They've been doing it for a while to build it either into a Vlad's or Helm.
Yeah?
Wait, does Vlad still take headdress? It does, right?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Hooded Defiance magic resistance reduced by 5%.
Yep, that's the get out of my game centaur nerf. 5% unplayable.
What what is pipe passive? Does it
It's
change?
10% spell resistance.
No, not no, I meant the like to the holder. Does it increase from
Oh,
hood
okay.
from
It
30?
should be increased from hood, yeah.
So it'd be like 30 to 35 or something like that?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well,
So,
no, I think it's also 30, but it didn't get nerfed. Only the hood part got
oh
nerfed.
no. Okay, so before it was the same. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now there's a little bit more incentive to actually cuz when you're centaur, I mean, I know better than
Yeah,
most.
you don't buy pipe.
Yeah,
You just
fuck
keep
that.
the hood.
Fuck your teammates. Give some shit.
Exactly.
Okay. I think that's a good nerf cuz you don't want people to have tons of casual hoods just
Yeah.
walking around. Hurricane Pike cooldown increased by 1. Okay. Mask of Madness. Haven't seen this item at all. Attack speed increased by 20. This
It's
seems
like, who even buys this item, man?
because it mutes you. I mean, it silences you, and you have lowered armor or something like that. Is that how it
Yeah, it
works?
lowers your armor, and you can't cast spells.
I mean, it has to be good on some hero.
It definitely is. I think it could be really good on like Sven or something, you know? He ults, jumps in, stuns, uses Mask of Madness,
What
and he already
about
has like the war cry.
what about? Oh, I just had it. What hero was that? What about Wraith King?
Wraith King. Yeah, maybe. Except Wraith King isn't the greatest hero right now. He's okay in some situations.
He's amazing. What do you mean? Great hero.
Okay.
So usually people argue with me, but you submit. I like this. I like this
No,
already.
I actually like Wraith King. I think he's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, depends on. I mean, it has to be a one though, right?
Yeah,
You
definitely.
can't play me any other position. I don't think.
He's like a 1, but he doesn't farm that fast. So you play him with like Shadow Fiend or something.
Right. This one I think is one of the bigger changes. Actually, Moonshard can now be cast on allied heroes, which, of course, the first thing I think of is Alchemist. How do you think this affects the game? I mean, this is an end game type thing, obviously, or late
I
game.
think it's not going to affect anything.
Really?
Yeah, I think this is like a super overrated change.
Huh.
How many people in the game like normally are going to benefit from Moonshard? It's going to be like 2 people,
Well,
like your safe lane and your mid.
yeah, but still, that's 40. That's 4,000 gold they don't have to spend. Like, think of Alchemist, right? He's buying these freaking ags for everybody, and then sometimes there's just that one hero. It's like Axe. You're like, ugh, I don't want to buy Axe for him. It's so garbage. But instead, you can buy Moonshard for that Slark that's on your team. That's pretty big, dude. But you're saying it's just not
Yeah.
consistent.
I feel like when you get to that point of the game where you're going to be thinking about like pooling your teammates a Moonshard, you're either won or lost.
D-
Like if it's like a stalemate game and this shit goes for like 60, 70 minutes and you
yeah.
buy like him a Moonshard, chances are he probably could have purchased it for himself already. I don't know. Maybe it'll make a difference. Maybe it'll be pretty cool. Maybe you'll see like people buy it for nighttime vision instead of just the attack speed part.
Oh, how much does it give you?
It's like 250, I think.
Okay.
And it works against Night Stalker, where like you know how he
Yeah.
reduces your vision to a minimum, it extends that minimum.
Okay. Can you give Moonshard to wards though? That's the real question.
Oh, that would be pretty cool actually.
Yes, 4,000 gold for 6 minutes of 250 extra vision.
Yeah, if you've got that much gold to throw
Sounds.
around, why not?
The Moonshard thing though reminds me. I mean, I guess we talked about this with the Ags, but with Alchemist when it came out, but of the days of Dota 1, which you'll remember, where people pooled their money to get Divine on like Clinks, and then
Yep.
Clinks would buy Aegis for himself because he could buy Aegis back then. Uh, do you think it's a slippery slope at all doing something like this?
I mean, I get what you're saying. If there's more things in the future, kind of like that,
Mm,
then yeah, maybe. But right now, it looks fine to me.
okay, fair enough. Necronomicon, everybody hates this item. Cooldown
Yep.
reduced by 5 seconds. Does that make any difference? You're
Probably
the
not.
you're the Beastmaster God. You still get this item on Beastmaster, right?
Yeah, you definitely do. He's like, can you think of any more heroes besides Beastmaster that would actually want to buy Necro?
Lycan?
Lycan?
Kind of.
Kinda, but you don't even see Lycan anymore, right? He's pretty underplayed.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah,
Pretty sure
that's
that's
about
it.
it. No one's gonna even remember this change happened in a week.
Yeah, I agree. Rod of Atos cast range increased by 150. Why? I thought it was really good already.
Just no one buys it, right?
Is that true
They
though?
always like, I think nobody buys this item, and it's pretty good.
Does this I was does this go through BKB? I can't remember.
No,
Like,
it doesn't.
so if BKB is activated, you cannot cast.
Right.
Okay. All the routing stuff has just messed with my mind. All the changes.
Yeah. Oh, it's a really good item though. The stats are great. Act is great.
I mean that range is. I mean it was already ridiculously high, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Silver Edge backstab damage reduced by 25 to be the same as Shadow Blade. So the benefits you get out of it are the break mechanic, the minus 40% damage,
50 now,
and
but yeah.
wait, what?
It's 50% now, but yeah.
What did I say?
40.
Wait, when was it buffed to 50?
I don't know, but it's definitely 50
Okay,
now.
50%. That's ridiculous, actually. And then I think you're invisible for longer, or the cooldown is lower. One of the two.
I think it's a cooldown, but yeah,
Okay.
it's a very good item.
Yeah. TP scroll cooldown increased by 10.
Okay. I
Why
mean,
did?
this is probably one of the bigger item changes
Yeah.
actually. It used to be 60 at some point, you know?
But it did
Boots
used to
of
cost 135 gold.
that is very true. But changes like this kind of like mess with like pro players, you know? You're so used to like
Yeah.
timing a TP scroll for like, minute and 10 seconds and whatever. Now it's 80.
And it adds another 10 seconds to be 20 seconds total if you keep it in your stash. Very
That's
important for
right.
you noobs out there.
I actually forgot about that, and I
See,
couldn't
Brax
like
is a
tell why
noob.
my TP. Yep.
That's
It
right.
just wouldn't come up, and I didn't know why.
I mean, that's when 7.0 came out, and just so many of the changes people didn't remember because there's just too much
Yeah.
information. Last item change: cost increased for the ultimate orb by 50. I feel like that used to be the cost back in the day. Does that look familiar to you?
Kinda, but I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly.
Okay. Maybe I'm thinking the Blink Dagger. All right, Abaddon. We're going to hero changes. Aphotic Shield mana cost rescaled to be a constant 115, which sucks for him because he has mana issues.
Yeah, he does. That's like 3 shields in lane now or something.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the hero is so. I mean, he's played all the time in NA, but I feel like he's capped by this mana issue because you kind of have to get Vlad's, and even Vlad's isn't like amazing for mana. And I don't know what else you buy because you just run out of mana so freaking fast on him.
He's a weird hero for sure. Like some games he feels really strong when he's like farmed and he can actually pressure your lane, and then other games it feels like he just kind of sits behind people and shields them.
Yeah. Level 25 talent increase Aphotic Shield from plus 200 to plus 300. Okay. I need to look at what his other one is.
So 25 strength, I think, or 20 strength.
That's right. Which one? So you would choose the strength before this one?
No, I think you pretty much always take the shield, even if you're like a
Really?
Radiance core Abaddon. Just the shields are better.
Okay. So generally people would already pick this and it got buffed.
Right, right.
Okay.
But the shield mana cost, it definitely does hurt.
Yeah.
Early on in the game.
All right.
It's like it's
AA.
one spell.
His level 25 talents have changed a bit. The 80 chilling touch damage has been buffed by 20, and the charges of cold feet up by 1.
Okay,
I mean,
great
the
change.
cold
This
feet.
hero is very viable now.
Do you ever get the cold feet? I feel like that's too hard to how are you
I
gonna
don't
pull
know.
that off?
Actually, the cold feet one might be better than the chilling touch one. No one casts that late game. That's a lot of damage,
Yeah,
but
I
I
guess
don't know.
so.
Everyone's yellow. They don't care about the damage anyways.
I mean, these are mostly irrelevant. He's not going to get 25 in most cases anyway.
Exactly. We won't even see this hero, honestly.
Yeah, probably not. Arc Warden. I kind of wish Ancient Apparition was back as a niche pick as a core role. But I don't know how you would fit him in as a core anymore. Because I remember, like, when he first came out, he was like a mid hero, right? Like Shadow
Yeah.
Demon was as well. And now he's just used. He's not even used as this anymore, but like a counter to Alchemist, who's been picked all the time. He's just not picked. So
Right, right.
I'd like
He's
to see him
literally
back.
just an Ice Blast, and
Yeah.
his other skills are pretty useless.
Arc Warden, magnetic field mana cost rescaled. Tempest double duration increased by a bit, by 2 at each level it looks like, and level 25 talent increased by 75 damage. Do you play this hero? Do you even know what he does?
I know what he does. I think he's actually pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's a mid hero though.
How are people picking him currently?
They don't.
Well, there was one game in the qualifier I believe he was picked. I don't know if they won or lost. So why do you think he's good if he's not picked by anybody?
I think he has like a really slow build-up time. He needs like Midas, and then he needs some items so his illusion actually does something.
Hmm.
But it's like it's just hard to play against. Kind of like Furion, where you have like this pressure in a lane all the time, so you can like out economy the enemy team. You
Mm.
can play the map if they like go up there. Maybe you're set up to gank him or whatever. But his late game's actually really good. His talents all give him like damage, attack speed, and attack range. So I think it's just a really odd hero in the game. He doesn't feel like anything else really, but he has some potential. I think he actually could be really good.
I'm gonna
There's
look at his other talent real quick.
okay, Forev on Bears.
Mm.
When he was in North America, all the Koreans were just spamming this hero,
Really?
like in matchmaking. Yeah, it was the
Mm.
most annoying thing to play against ever.
Interesting. So just to give you guys an idea of his level 25 talent, the other alternative is 30% lifesteal, which I feel like you would probably get still.
Yeah, I think so
Right.
too. They definitely play him as a right clicker, not
Yeah.
really a spellcaster.
All right. Moving on to Bane. Base damage increased by 4. Holy shit. Level
This
25
guy's
talent increased
beefy.
by 25 plus 100 move speed. And I need to look at his other talent now. I think
It's
it was
200
brain
brain
sap.
sap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
So
pretty good hero actually.
is he though?
I think so.
Level 25, he's good.
Yeah, if he started the game at 25, he'd be really fun to play.
Yes.
But
Plus
that doesn't happen.
100. I think that's the biggest move speed increase of any talent, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is by far actually.
Do you think this makes a difference at all?
I think he's been good for a while and he's underplayed.
I see.
The
Okay.
only team that actually like consistently picks him is NP, but you know he's got some obvious weaknesses. He's like all single target. But
Abaddon hard counters that bitch.
that's right. I think he's got some games where he'll look pretty good actually.
Okay. Bat Rider, level 25 talent increased from plus 200 Flame Blake AoE to 300. So 100 increase.
Garbage.
I want to see it. I'm just going to check every single one as we do this.
Yep. The other one's 7 seconds to Firefly.
8 seconds. Nice try,
Uh-oh.
Brax. Get
8
wrecked.
seconds. Shit.
You still
No,
go for
but
Firefly, right?
yeah. You know what I'd like to see? I would like to see them give Flame Break the mini stun back. I would
Yeah.
actually take that over Firefly then.
Oh, that's, yeah, as a talent upgrade.
Yeah.
That would be, would that be a level 25, you think?
I think so. The AoE to Flame Break, it really doesn't do much at all.
Yeah. Yeah, what's the point? That's true. I mean, you could add the mini stun and the AoE if you want as a 25.
Yeah, you could.
I mean, it's level 25. You can go ham on these things. All
Yeah.
right, your hero, bro. What is your favorite hero? Actually, I don't even know.
I'm weird, man. My favorite hero changes from like patch to patch. There was a time where I liked to play Tide, then Batrider, then Beastmaster. But for now, I gotta open up a hero list, man. I don't really know.
It's okay. I'm kind of well, I do have the baseline of Centaur, but sometimes he's not fun.
When is he not fun?
That's true. Who am I kidding? Any piece of meat is a good piece of meat. As you look that up, Beastmaster level 20 talent increased by 50 HP. His alternative is a 12% cooldown reduction.
This is actually a tough one. I don't really know which one's better, but they both seem good in their own way, you know? So, yeah, cool. He got a small 50 HP buff talent. Maybe people will play him more.
He's been kind of picked a bit more recently.
Yeah,
He was
has.
forgotten for like a couple months there at least.
Some NA teams played him. Liquid played him in a few tournaments too.
All right.
Oh, my favorite hero right now is Axe, by the way.
Oh, okay. He didn't get any changes,
Yeah,
so he must be perfectly balanced. Do
exactly.
you like the plus 100 battle hunger?
Yeah, I think it's so good actually.
What's the alternative? Just
It's
armor?
15 armor.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
shit.
good too.
It's shit. Come on, bro. Gotta go
Okay.
battle hunger. All right, Bloodseeker level 10 talent increased from 200 HP to 225, so a very slight buff for him.
Yep.
I'm
No more
still
buffs to
gonna
him,
check.
please.
Yeah, you can just delete this hero. Honestly, I
Yeah.
don't
Nobody
care.
really wants to see this hero in the game ever.
Yeah, his alternative is 25 damage. By the way, Brewmaster level 15 talent increased from 10% magic resist to 12.
Uh-oh.
Goodness gracious.
Somebody call Valve quick. This shit is imbalanced.
Yeah, where do they get these numbers from anyway?
Do you actually? I don't think there is like a plan to the numbers. There's some numbers that are just like they don't make any sense. They're just there.
Okay, so the alternative here is 75 thunderclap damage.
Yep.
Which is pretty good.
It is good. It helps you kill the range creeps in one clap.
Yeah. Up until what time though?
Till the end of the game.
That's a lie.
That is a lie. It's like 60 plus or something.
Oh, okay. Bristleback level 10 talent increased from 7 strength to 8, slight buff. 20 talent increased from 45 attack speed to 50, and another one minus 35 second respawn to 40 seconds. So slight buffs for Bristleback, nothing big. Broodmother level 15 talent increased by 75 HP. The 20 talent increased by 20 attack speed, and the other 20 talent increased from 8 spider attack damage to plus 12. This hero is not played.
No, but it's also one of those heroes, kind of like Bloodseeker, where you don't really want to see him.
Yeah, I mean, if you pick him in the right game, you just win sometimes.
Yeah, he does a lot for sure.
All right.
But
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I think this hero needs more to be like just more than a niche pick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's always just gonna fill that kind of role.
I would like him to be more of a fighting hero. instead of this annoying split push, like ignore
Yeah,
everybody in the game hero. That's what he needs. Because we have enough of that in pubs, especially. Because every hero's like that. So
very
Centaur
true.
has been nerfed, and I am so glad that it wasn't anything major. Reduced armor by 1, which means he's super squishy now, obviously. Unplayable almost. Scepter Stampede. I thought this was going to get to probably 40%, but only a 10% reduction.
Yeah, no, I agree. I thought the Stampede reduction would be nerfed even more. Base armor 1, he's getting the Doom treatment. He's soon approaching 0. Gonna be unplayable pretty soon.
What does he have for base?
I think he's got like 3 or something.
Let me see.
It's not that bad.
Oh shit, dude, it's 0.
Is
Is
it
that
really?
possible?
No,
Level
no
1
way.
is no, okay, level 1 is 2.14.
Okay.
I think that's after the reduced one. That's still fine. We're good.
Okay. Yeah, he's still gonna be a pretty strong hero. Maybe he won't be first picked, instantly anymore and be able to like crush every lane.
Yeah. Well, what is remember Abaddon's Ags? How much damage does that reduce again?
I think it's 50.
Yeah, I thought so too. Okay. Because I always found it was just like a poor man's stampede in
Yeah.
some ways. At least the
It
reduction
did
was.
last longer. That was like the big thing.
Yeah, it's like 3 seconds longer, I think, but it's in such a
Yeah.
small AoE. Maybe they can increase the AoE of that. Anywho. Uh, Crystal Maiden, level 25 talent increased by 50 damage.
I bet this is gonna make you go play some Crystal Maiden. You want that plus 50 Nova
Me?
damage.
Me
Yeah, you?
specifically?
Uh-huh.
Have you seen me play?
This talent gets you excited.
Did you see my tiny the other day, Brax? I don't play support, bro. Wait, what's our
This
alternative here?
it's like frostbite duration, I think.
Oh yeah, 1.5 second frostbite duration.
Yeah. I don't think you're ever gonna see a level 25 Crystal Maiden that chooses this talent.
You think the frostbite's still better?
Yeah, it's better.
So the damage increase for Crystal Nova is from 250 to 550. That's like a Laguna Blade
Yeah, it is.
on a 9-second cooldown. I feel like this skill is just like we've been seeing people do the Slacks build with this wench, where they don't even get Crystal Nova. It's so sad to see. I feel like it's still underrated, but we'll see. I agree though. The root is just OP now.
Yeah, the root is so good now. You root someone and
Darkseer,
they have to like BKB, right? Pretty much, or they
yeah,
die.
exactly. And certain heroes that are picked up like Ember, now that it counters him pretty hard. It's quite nice. Vacuum again got nerfed. This is
You know,
how many consecutive patches is this?
this is like 12 patches of vacuum nerfs, man. Not even kidding.
What did it used
You
to?
know,
I'm gonna look this up. What it used to be,
I bet it was like 18 seconds or like 16 seconds or something.
probably.
When are they just gonna make vacuum his ultimate and remove wall? I'm serious. It is like his best skill, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Anytime you can force people into certain positions. Let's see. Oh my God, you're actually pretty close. Uh, I'm going back real far.
Yeah, this is like from like release or some shit because it's only been nerfed.
All right, I'm gonna look at it like somewhat recent past, so like 6.7 and beyond. Okay.
Okay.
So vacuum 16 seconds. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
You were correct. So it went from 16 to 32.
Yeah, this shit got doubled. That's
Jesus.
ridiculous.
That's insane.
The spell did get better though. At first, it sucked him in and it was like instant, right? Now it's more like like a tiny dissail. It like takes time to pull him in and stuff.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Very slight delay, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Death Prophet got some nice buffs. Level 10 talents. One of them increased by 1% spell amp. The other one increased magic resist by 2. Level 20 talent increased by 25 move speed. That's pretty significant. Level 25 talent increased from 400 HP to 600, and the other one from 6 spirits to 8. What do you think?
So I played this hero, and I felt like all of the talents were like they didn't feel like they helped the hero at all. If that
Really?
makes sense. Yeah, when I got to level 10, I didn't even want to get the talents because none of them felt like they would help me at all. Spell Amp is like, it's Spell Amp is always good, right? You get some more damage or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Magic resistance, like the cheap cloak kind of thing, but I don't remember what the 15 or 20 talents actually were, but none of them felt like they were very
So
good.
15 is 100 cast range or minus 1 second Crypt Swarm cooldown.
Okay.
And then the other level 20, other than the move speed one that we see here, is a 10% cooldown reduction.
Okay.
So the thing that bothers me about the cooldown reduction sometimes, if you want to get Octarine, it just ends up not. It obviously doesn't stack completely, but
Right,
what is
right.
it called? Diminishing returns.
Yeah, it's when they add together, it's not additive, it's multiplicative.
Right, there you go. So you don't think, I mean, the level 20 to 50 move speed's pretty freaking good because you're going to get like stuff like
Yeah.
Yule's that's percentage based move speed. Do you think you could get that over 10% cooldown?
I think it would depend on the game. Sometimes you need like the cooldown to fire, right? But there are
Hmm.
some games where the move speed are really gonna help you against like Wraith King, all these people that aren't so mobile.
But the
Um,
the level 25s are good. She has good level
they're very
25s.
good. Actually, her talents don't look that bad at all anymore. But I don't know, the hero just feels weak.
Nah, I feel like she's always felt weak. But yeah, I don't know if this talent thing makes a difference in terms of picking the hero or not. But
Right, right. They're pretty good buffs though, actually.
hmm.
400 to 600 health, double the move speed. It's nice.
Okay, Dragon Knight level 10 talent increased by 2 strength. The other level 10 talent increased by 5 attack speed. Level 25 talent increased from 60 to 75 move speed. So we're going to get back to this. I believe the other one's doubling the armor and HP regen from this passive. So
Okay.
this move speed thing has been buffed twice now. I think it started at 50. Now it's at 75. Um,
All right.
do you play this hero? Because I play him a decent amount.
I used to, but I think his talents are actually pretty good. They don't seem that bad at all.
Yeah, I think the move speed one is so hard to gauge sometimes whether it's really good or not. 75 is a
Right.
lot though. And I really like the Dragon Blood regen armor, but if somebody all you need is a silver edge and you're just useless,
Right,
it just
right.
gets completely deleted. So it's tough to gauge. Um, and something that I ask every single person I do patch analysis with, Brax. Are you ready for the question?
Okay. Let me hear it.
Aghanim Scepter for Dragon Knight. You get Elder Dragon form permanently. Thoughts?
That would be pretty cool, actually.
Do you think it's balanced? I've heard this from both sides actually. People that think it's way too OP, people that think it actually blows.
I don't know. That's a good question,
Because
actually.
this is an item you could like. I can see a Dragon Knight farming in Ags.
No, definitely.
Like it's not like It's not like Weaver Ags, which still is bought occasionally, right?
Right. Dragon Knight's like one of the worst heroes in the game with buyback, because typically
Exactly.
you go in, you ult, and then if you need to buy back to like save the game or whatever,
Yeah.
you're just useless. You're just this melee guy that can't do much.
Yep.
Um, I think that's actually a pretty cool idea. I would like to see that.
Yes. Ice Frog, been asking you for 3 years. Please give this man an Ags and don't make it shit. Okay. Earth Spirit base movement speed reduced by 5. Okay. Earthshaker aftershock damage increased by 25 at all levels, and the level 10 talent increased by 2 strength. This hero
Okay.
still blows ass, or
Yep.
okay, good to know. Elder Titan agility gain increased by 0.3.
Okay. Who cares?
Why though? I don't.
I don't. That's like so sometimes they like put all these small like stat gains to try to like encourage a hero to play as a core.
Hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like maybe they'll buff like his strength gain next patch or something,
but that's not
or
nearly enough
armor.
to matter, right?
No, of course not. It's not,
1.8 is
but
still shit.
that happened to Jug. He eventually got like so many like small buffs that like one patch, he just blew up and he was, picked in every game or whatever.
Right.
But I think this shit blows. It makes no difference at all. Maybe one day it will.
Yeah, if we're talking about this hero 2 patches from now, and his agility gain is to 3, then maybe we can start talking.
Yep.
Ember Spirit, this hero needed some nerfs probably. Level 10 talent reduced from 12% amp to 10. Level 10 talent increased from 20 damage to 5, so trying to encourage people to do the old Ember Spirit a bit, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Level 20 talent increased by 2 armor, and the other level 20 talent has been changed from 15% cooldown reduction to 500 Flame Guard absorption, which used to be a 25 talent, and now the 25 talent, instead of that, is the 20% cooldown reduction. So if you can get to 25 Amber Spirit, he's actually even more annoying than before.
Well, that's his other 25 talent is the 2-second Unchains, right? So you'd probably never see the cooldown
Oh,
reduction.
yeah, you're right.
You'd only see cooldown reduction if you were like the physical damage number.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, that's true. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah,
Wow,
so
that's
they
actually a
hurt
huge
his
deal then.
like yeah, they hurt his like offensive capabilities through his talents later on, but they gave him a defensive one in the 20 talent, right? You
Yeah,
have either plus 10 armor or 500 flame guard absorption,
okay.
which might be better actually.
Yeah, that's an interesting choice. I mean, if they can get rid of Flame Guard with. I mean, that's the annoying thing. If somebody has a Diffusal, then the skill is just useless. But,
Right, right.
uh, huh.
But
Okay.
10 armor is good. You don't
Yeah,
build armor on this hero necessarily.
yeah, that's true. All right, Enchantress, one of the worst heroes in the game right now. Base movement speed increased by 5. She's fucking fast.
Yep.
Level 15 talent change from 10-second Nature's Attendant duration to 7 additional Wisps. Which, let's talk about that for a second. I'm going to bring up her.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Well, let me just finish reading these, I guess. So, level 20 talent increased by 3% magic resist, and then level 25 talent changed from 12 Nature's Attendant. Fuck this hero. Wisps to enchant effects Ancients. I still don't feel like that's good because they're gonna die. It's not a Chen creep, you know.
All
Trying to be
right,
Chen now.
when you get to 25 on Enchantress, it's not like that doesn't come fast.
Yeah. Okay, but the 7 wisps, it's either that or 50 damage.
Okay.
I do feel like this skill is underrated. Maybe it is garbage. I don't know.
It's
7
pretty good
wisps is a
actually.
lot though.
Yeah, 70 more heal a second.
Yeah, it's something like that. It's pretty ridiculous. But 50 damage is 50 damage.
Right.
Um, do you see this changing anything for this shit hero?
Um, what are the other 20 and 25 talents?
So 20 is 15 magic resist and 60 untouchable slow.
Okay.
And then the other 25 talent is minus 50-second respawn time,
Okay.
which is massive.
Um, I don't know. This hero has always been like either your team knows how to play with them or they don't. And if they don't care. They don't bother learning the hero, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like not worth the time and effort to learn how to play with the hero that has such a specific window in the game to like be effective. So I don't know. I don't think this hero will see play still, just because the buffs are pretty good actually. +7 Nature's Attendant Wisps are good. The other ones are kind of garbage. You probably won't see them, but that's nice. And she basically starts the game with boots, which is pretty cool actually. But I still don't think you'll see this hero very much.
Who's the fastest hero? Skyrath?
It might be Enchantress.
They might
It's
be tied
Enchantress now
now.
for sure.
Hold on. I need to see this. Skyrath. Oh, it's not even close.
Yeah.
Skyrath is 325. Okay, so yeah, Enchantress is pretty quick. But she doesn't have night vision anymore, right? Or does she?
No, she does not.
Yeah, okay. Faceless Void, level 10 talent increased by 1 strength. Okay. Gyrocopter, level 10 talent increased by 25 HP. And level 15 talent increased by 3% magic resist. Not huge changes. I do like this hero, though.
I do too.
I've been converted to the Ags Gyro, Brax. I don't know if
It's
you're
pretty
aware.
good, isn't it?
Unless Shane absolutely throws with Invoker, yeah. I was, oh, I was like 20-2 or something. I was destroying, and we lose because of him, and only because of
Yeah,
him.
that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Me and Shane are big throwers.
I haven't seen your throw yet, though. So.
Okay, it was actually worse than Shane's.
Oh, but that's
Yeah.
really something then. Congratulations, Huskar. Level 25 talent increased life break cast range by 100.
Okay,
I want to
great.
see what his. I don't play this hero much anymore.
Well, I'm pretty glad his buff is shit because this hero is incredibly annoying.
Yes. So his other one is 100 attack range, so not amazing, but
Okay.
decent. So 500 life break cast range, and with Ags, doesn't it increase the cast range as well? Or maybe I'm crazy.
I think it's just cooldown, but I'm not sure.
No, you're right. Okay.